everyone is chasing after something.
Yeah.
If I could just get that job, if I could just get that money, if I could just move into the city, if I could just move to this, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll be okay. But those things don't last. They are fleeting. A lot of the times as guys, when we go through life, we move away from community and we try and do things alone, and that's a very dangerous place to be alone, because the enemy is waiting there and he's gonna devour you. He's gonna go hard on you. But when you're going through tough times, just draw close to community, reach out to people. Thank God I'm not where I used to be. I may not be where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Let it be less of me and more of you, that when people see me, that they see more of you.
Welcome to the Single Man Podcast, where we delve into candid conversations with Christian men about their journey to faith, advice for their younger selves, and navigating dating. With a heart to reach men from all walks of life, dive into real stories of redemption, growth, and the hope found in following Jesus. I'm your host, Carlton French, a 30-year-old single Christian, and I'm excited for you to listen to this week's episode. Let's jump into it. Hey, everybody. It's Carlton French. Welcome back to the Single Man Podcast. Really excited for today's conversation with Phakathi, aka Admezzy, if you know him. I didn't even know your name was Admire until today, but I've known Admezzy for the last 3 years or so through our church here in Atlanta, Passion City Church, specifically through our young adult ministry.
Yeah.
That's where I've been really plugged in myself the last 3 years, and Admezzy's always been somebody that's been a leader within the young adult ministry, and you're now coaching within the young adult ministry, and you also lead within our students ministry at the church, currently leading 11th graders, and you've been with them since they were 6th graders.
About 7th grade, so
Yeah, wow, that's wild. So it's been like 5 or 6 years with them, and I was really excited to have you on specifically, Admezzy, today, because I think your story is going to really resonate well with single men that are listening, as someone who came to faith at 18, and you actually grew up in South Africa.
I was born
in Johannesburg. Born there, and then you moved to the U.S. When you were 24.
But that's 5 years ago, I think.
5 years ago, and currently 29, and you're single, and
happily single,
which is amazing. And so I think just how you've been able to navigate your faith in 2 different continents, and how you've been navigating the world of dating and relationships, I think is going to really encourage single men.
For sure.
So honored to have you come on today. Like I said, little introduction, you're 29. Now you live in the Vinings area in Atlanta.
Cumberland,
And you work in the automotive industry, in customer service.
With BMW, customer relations manager. So
crushing it with that. I'm always like impressed whenever I see you're driving your cars and whatnot. And hobbies, you are an amazing runner in addition to loving hiking and sports. You just recently completed a 100-mile race. Which is like hard to even fathom how you could run for 100 miles straight, but you were running for 35 hours.
The cutoff time for the race was like 35 hours, but I finished in 34.
34 hours straight you ran.
34 hours. There was 8 stations. I had to stop there and there, but the cutoff time was 35, so I had to make sure I get there before 35 hours. My personal goal was to try and finish around 29, but the conditions, temperatures just got too hot, and people were just passing out, and it's just, so I just had to change plans, slow down, take it easy, and just do my best, and just
understandable, I guess, when you're trying to run for 34 hours straight. It's wild to even fathom. I'd be lucky to run like 1 hour straight, so
1 hour is better than nothing.
That's true.
For sure.
Really grateful to have you come on today.
Thank you.
Anything,
Thank you for having me.
Anything I left out from your background you want people to know about before we jump in?
Oh no, I'm just simple guy. Just simple guy.
Easy going.
Easygoing. Love people, and love serving people. Love running. Love God, and
Amazing. So this last week, so people can get to know you a little bit on a personal level, Admezzy, what's been your favorite and least favorite part?
My favorite part is just getting to serve people. Like, people say, hey man, this didn't go well, or man, hey, I'm having an issue at work. I get to step up, and say, okay, cool. I apologize if you're going through this, or let me see how I can help you. Let me just find solutions to the problem. It's not necessary that I always have the solutions, but I've just let the person know that, hey man, I don't have the solution to your problem, but I'll help you navigate and find the solution. So that's the cool part about it, helping people see the light when all they see is darkness. Everything seems rough. So I get to step up.
That's awesome.
And help
something
them,
like that happened this week. You were able to do that.
Yeah, I was able to do that with a couple people, and thank God for that, for His grace, to be able to do that, because it takes a lot, because as individuals, I think we can be selfish and all about ourselves, but sometimes just being a servant, just saying less about me and more about God's people and serving His people. So yeah.
Any lows? Anything that was hard this week?
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold from morning runs, but it's part of life. It's not always gonna be hot. It's gonna be cold, but you just.
What time do you get up to do your runs usually?
Typically 5.
Okay.
5, 6. Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah. And,
that's awesome. Okay, cool. So growing up in South Africa, Admezzy, would love to have you touch on like what that experience was like, and then at what point did you really come to know who Jesus was and what He had done for you?
For sure. Okay. Born in South Africa, grew up in South Africa, moved around, was raised by my dad. Mom left me when I was 2 years old, so I was raised by a single dad until my dad passed on when I was 12 years old. Was a tough one. I was very close to my dad, so I had to navigate life. I wouldn't say on my own, but there were people around me. God just blessed me with different families who opened their doors for me to come in, took care of me, raised me, from one season to another season, And then around 2015, hanging out with my friends, one day I got invited to a church, and we went for an evening service, and pastor was just preaching, and he gave us an opportunity, to come to the front if you wanted to know the Lord, and accept Him as your Savior. And I just stepped up and I went forward. I'm like, man, I need help. I need a Savior in my life. And since that day, I got saved, accepted the Lord, and got baptized. I never looked back.
Wow. You got baptized that same day?
A week after that, the following week, I got baptized.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were, what, like 18 or so then? 2015?
2015, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So had you been going to church before, or, like you just happened to go to this one service? You said like some people from church took you in.
I was more for your seasonal guy. Like, okay, once in a while, show up, your Christmas guy. Okay. My church, it's Christmas,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And then something about that message specifically, or you just like what resonated with you about that?
I think I had so many questions about life. Obviously, from losing a dad or a male role model, there's a lot. I had so many questions about life. Why so much struggle? Why this and that and that? So when I heard about Jesus, who's loving, who's caring, who cares for you, I was like, okay, let me give God a chance and see what He's all about and what He can do for my life. And I can truly say today that it was the best decision I did for my life.
Wow.
It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it.
Wow. Did you ever have thoughts of like, why did you do this, God, or like blame God? Like, okay, both my parents, like, God, why'd you do this to me?
Yeah. I mean, everyone I think goes through it. If you don't have anyone to blame, who do you blame? You blame God. Sometimes, it's easy.
Yeah.
I did blame Him, but most of all, I just said questions for Him.
Yeah.
He might have never answered those questions at that time when I asked Him, but now when I look back, now I understand. It's I think sometimes it's when you're going through a situation, it's hard to realize what's going on, but when you take a step back and look what's going on, then your eyes are open and you're like,
you can see more of the bigger picture.
Correct. The bigger picture.
Okay. It's amazing. Well, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing about your family, and amazing that you came to believe in Jesus when you were 18. Yeah, that's awesome.
Sure.
So what would you say was maybe like the biggest difference in your life? Now it's been 11 years you've had a relationship with Jesus. What's the biggest difference now compared to before?
I'm more understanding to people who've lost their family members, the grieving part. I'm able to walk with them because I've walked that journey too, you know. With grief, it's not something that expires or it ends, you know, in a way. You know, grief is still there. You know, it's you just you go through that season and you just trust God that He will help you navigate through that season.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something you hide behind and say, you know what, I'm done. I've already grieved. You know, grieved, and then you just move over. No, it's when it comes, you take it. Ask God to give you strength, and you I don't have the word, but you embrace it.
Yeah. Instead of like running from it or trying to like medicate or distract yourself almost.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I struggled a lot with rejection, I think, and just trying to navigate who am I, you know, what's life like, you know, trust issues and trying to navigate like what it's like to be a man, what am I supposed to do, you know, things like that. So
didn't have your dad around.
You get what I'm saying, you know. So I just did life my way, how I thought was good, fitting for myself.
Right.
Even though I did a lot of wrong things, I, you know, was navigating life. Now that I look back, I'm like, well, things might have gone wrong, but they led me to who I am today. You know, nothing I would go back and change and say, hey, you know, but it's led me to who I am now. Now I know the right, you know, I know what it's like to the Father's love, you know.
Yeah.
And,
Did you, when you were in the different families raising you, was faith a component of that at different points? Or at what point was it like, okay, I really understand who Jesus was?
I mean, I knew about Jesus, but I wouldn't say I had a close relationship with him until 2015. The one day I was like, man, with some friends, I was like, Lord, I'm tired of this life. Like, what am I made for? Like, what am I doing? Who am I, you know? And one day I went to a church evening service, and it was a full gospel church, and it gave me an opportunity, an altar call, and felt in my heart I needed to go, and I went down and I kneeled. I'm like, they were singing the song, I Give Myself Away.
Oh, okay.
And just gave my life away. And since then, I never looked back.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what was it like deciding to come to the U.S.? Like, how did that kind of factor into your story?
I had an opportunity to come over here, summer camps and, you know, summer works, projects, you know, so I had an opportunity. So I came, I worked, and get to serve kids as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I opened up, once I was done, I had an opportunity to move to Atlanta. So I took the opportunity. I was grateful. The Lord made a way, and here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's say maybe there's single men that are listening that, you know, they've had a death in the family recently, and you could speak directly to them. What advice would you give them who's someone's going through it right now?
I think I would say death is not the end. It may feel like it's the end at that moment, but it's not the end. You know, we've yet to meet them on the other side of life. It's learning to ask God to help you in that season.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to grieve, go through the process, don't run away from it. You know, and we grow through the process, and we learn through the process. It does get better.
That's good. You think you'll see your dad again, mom again one day, or?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
They were both believers, or?
Yeah, they were believers.
Okay.
They were believers. They didn't get a chance to teach me a lot of stuff, you know, but they were believers, you know. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Yeah,
Sure.
That's great. Amazing hope to have that you'll see them again one day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you think they'd be proud of you, like how you've navigated life to where you're at now?
Yeah, not so long ago, I think when I was going through therapy, I after the whole, you know, offloading, at the end I had a chance to write a letter.
Oh, wow.
You know, to my dad. I'm like, man,
wow, that's powerful.
You know, thank you for teaching me what you taught me, even just for that 12 years that I knew you.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I'm grown now. I've made a couple of mistakes, but that's how you learn.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be proud of me. Can't wait to see you.
Wow,
you know?
Amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for that moment where I also start my own family and all that. So it was just a thank you letter and telling me where I am and what I look forward to.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you talked about, you know, wanting to start a family one day, but
Yeah.
currently you're single.
Yeah.
How do you think through like the dating process as someone that is following Jesus, and are you like trying to actively look for somebody or just trying to like keep running your race? And how do you approach dating as a 29-year-old single man?
For now, I'm just running my race. There was a moment where I'm like, I think I would like this, I would like to get in a relationship now. But now I'm at a place where I tell people, this sometimes it comes out as being sarcastic or just,
Yeah.
I tell people I'm happily single
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot, It's because I'm still learning a lot about myself.
Mm.
There's still things that I think I could still work on.
Mm.
But I know that while walking in this journey, getting to know more of myself, and God, walking in this journey, God, will put someone on my way, on my path, So just keep seeking God, and the right time will come,
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great. Did you date at all like before knowing Jesus,
Um,
or how does that even how do you think about, I guess, dating pre-Jesus versus post? I guess you were like pretty young, 18.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a lot of role models showing me how a relationship looked like.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of rejection, especially being your mom leaving you in a very young age. So you didn't have that motherly love. So you didn't know how to treat a woman, or, that sort of stuff. So I think over the years, with the families that God has blessed me with, and just the friends who are now, married, and you get to see that, and like, oh, so this is how you do it. But most important is like loving God and walking this journey with God. I've learned so much about how to treat women. First you got to seek God, and then, God comes first. Serving is very important. Protecting, what does it look like? Being able to provide, what that looks like. Being
Yeah.
able to work as a man and not being lazy. And having a direction and a vision. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Since you've come to the U.S. at 24, it's been 5 years or so now. Do you feel like you've found role models here in the U.S. too that you can look up to, or how do you think about dating now, being in the U.S.?
Yeah, I found some role models. I find great guys who've brought me closer to them, walked the journey with me, not necessarily only like focus on the dating part, but just the journey of life. Hey man, we're here with you. Hey man, you're not alone. And I think a lot of the times as guys, when we go through life, we move away from community, and we try and do things alone. And that's a very dangerous place to be alone, because, the enemy is waiting there, and he's going to devour you. He's going to go hard on you, but when you're going through tough times, we just draw close to community, reach out to people, reach out to people.
Yeah.
I would encourage people to do that. Yeah.
That's maybe one thing I'd love to have you touch on, specifically around community. So, I'm sure it was a massive change coming to a brand new country at 24. Like that's an important age. A lot of our listeners are in their, early to mid 20s. Let's say someone's listening and they're like going through a big change like that now, like a move or a new job, trying to find a new friend group to be a part of. How did you first kind of get plugged in and build your community once you got settled here?
I mean, I was fortunate enough when I went to Passion, they just opened up their arms. I met Camilio, who's now like my leader, discipling me, so he opened his arms and got me involved. Yo Pro, that back then it was still Yo Pro, I got to meet the guys, and the guys were open. I was invited, every weekend. Hey, there's something going on. Hey, do you want to hang out? Community. Hey, this is what we're doing. And I instantly just plugged in, and I was fortunate enough. And then with the running as well, I met different running clubs, and I got into running. I met people, and since then I've just grown so much. Community, I've never really felt alone. There's always been there, people walking with me and getting to know me, and me getting to know them. So community, that's where you grow. You can never really grow alone, but you need community to grow.
Yeah. Right. Why did you like start going to run clubs or start going to church to Passion back when you first moved here? How did you even find out about things like that? Maybe there's guys listening like, I don't know how to get plugged in. I don't know where to even try to find anybody.
I mean, I knew Passion back in South Africa because they used to come there for conference and you've always had music. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
So when I moved here already, I knew where Passion was in Atlanta, and family and friends connected me. So I was able to get plugged in easily. I'm grateful for that. I was able to get plugged in at an early stage, and then different run clubs, just searching on social media, and I started running alone, and then as time goes, I started meeting different people.
Okay.
Invited me to run clubs and just got involved. You can running alone. It's cool, which I can do, but you can only go so far when you're running alone. But when you're people, you go way further. You can go a distance. So it's even fun when you do it with the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great, man. I love it. Do you have a Bible verse for your life, or like the season of life that you're in right now, you'd want to share with the audience?
Yeah, for sure. I've been going through Luke. Let me see. It's that Luke 12, verse 29. And don't be concerned about what to eat, what to drink. Don't worry about such things. These things dominate the thoughts of unbelievers all over the world. But your Father already knows your needs. Seek the kingdom of God above all else, and He will give you everything you need. I think in the season of life where we are right now, it's everyone is chasing after something.
Yeah.
If I could just get that job, if I could just get that money, if I could just move into the city, if I could just move to this, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll be okay. But it's those things don't last. They are fleeing.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to be content in Christ and seek Him and serve His people. Like He says, seek my kingdom first, meaning what do? Serve His people, be involved in church, be involved in community, and then He would take care of whatever I need because He already know what I need. If we can get in a plane and trust the pilot that He's going to take us where we headed to,
Right.
I'm sure we can trust God too, the creator of the universe, to take care of us and all our needs.
Yeah. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
It was Luke 12, verse what again?
Luke 12, starting from, sorry, I have to pull it up. Starting from verse 29 to 31.
29.
Yeah.
29 to 31.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. So, Admezzy, last thing, I ask everybody this that comes on the podcast. Let's say specifically there are single men that are listening that don't know Jesus. They've listened to the whole episode to this point. What would you want to leave them with? Make a note on their phone, write this down heading into the weekend.
That I would invite you to get to know who Jesus is. Give him an opportunity, just like you would give any other person in your life, and getting to know them. Get to know Him too. Trust me, you will never regret it. He loves you. He died for you on the cross. And secondly is to invite you to draw close to community, people who are around you or people who are ahead of you in life. Draw close to them, because you can never do this thing called life alone. We need people around to grow. You need community. But lastly would be you are never too important to be kind to people. You are never too important to be kind to people. We all need some kindness.
Yeah.
When I start my day, Father God, when I pray in the morning, I'm like, Lord, let it be less of me and more of you. That when people see me, that they see more of you through me.
Yeah. Wow, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're such a kind and like gentle spirit. I feel like people would, it's like hard to find people, that are just like so kind these days, I feel like. And so I feel like you just really display the love of God really well.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm grateful for Christ, man. I was never like this, But
yeah, you said earlier, you're like, I used to be mean. I was like, no, that can't be right.
Yeah, for sure, man. Sometimes we go through life, and thank God I'm not where I used to be. I may not be where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be.
That's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because life can leave you very bitter.
Oh, yeah. Right. The hope of eternity to look forward to.
For sure.
Yeah, is amazing. So really grateful for you, Admezzy. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For sure.
And hope everybody enjoyed this week's episode with Admezzy. If you did, would love for you to leave a comment below. Let us know a takeaway you had, one piece of advice that resonated with you. Admezzy and I would love to engage with you in the comment section, and share the episode with a friend if you think maybe somebody would resonate with Admezzy's story. Shoot him a text, tell him, hey, check out this episode of the Single Man Podcast. I think you'll really enjoy it. Hope you have a great weekend. This has been Carlton French. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Single Man Podcast. If someone you know would benefit from this week's episode, I'd love for you to text them the link and invite them to listen. You never know how a simple invitation could change someone's life. We'll be back next Friday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, with a new episode. Until then, check out the video version of the podcast on YouTube, and you can engage with us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.